Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first draw with me type video. So I've been really looking forward to doing a video like this because I myself really like to watch them, and they actually help me a lot when I'm trying to get into a state of like a workflow, especially when working on commissions. Because these types of videos really do make me feel like I am drawing with another artist, and it's just a really great feeling, especially when you're trying to get yourself into the zone, and it just makes you feel like you're not alone. And for the sake of this video, I am just fast forwarding most of the sketching process because I want to focus more on the lining and coloring process in the case of like real-time drawing. So yeah, the first like maybe 5 or 6 minutes of this video are just gonna be me sketching this character. And so I wanted to talk over some of these parts because I honestly I think that talking in these videos really helps me feel more involved, and I hope that you as an audience also feel more connected to me when I talk in them. And I do get a little insecure sometimes because I know that these videos are meant to be chill and more relaxing, and sometimes I feel like when I get into a tangent I don't exactly talk in a way that is very relaxing, so I apologize for that, but I hope this video is enjoyable nonetheless. I do struggle a bit with figuring out what to say sometimes because I don't want to be just saying the same exact things about my drawing process every single video, so I'll try my best to find different things to talk about. So as for this video, it is another glam sheet commission. If you've seen my previous video, I've been doing these a lot lately because honestly, they are just really fun to do because it feels more like I just am given a character and I could just sketch them freely in any way I want, like in a sketchbook or something. It almost doesn't feel like work sometimes. And sometime this summer I did find like this style that I figured out that I really love to do, which is just a style that is almost sticker-esque, like where things look like they're on a sticker sheet or something like that, and I really enjoy doing them. And these glam sheets are exactly that, and they just allow me to just draw these amazing characters. So for this commission, this character is called Mr. Cupid, and they are non-binary but feminine presenting, or more on the feminine side, and so I had a lot of fun drawing them. And they are also on the plus size side, a little chubbier, and this is something that I do think I need to vastly improve on in my art, is that I rarely ever draw plus size characters. You know, people come in all shapes and sizes, and I don't exactly look like the skinny characters that I draw in my own art. I do want to spread that message of body positivity and just accepting every single type of body. And I say that, but at the same time, I rarely ever draw masculine presenting characters. I don't know if it's because I don't like it or if it's because I'm just bad at it, but I just don't draw them a lot. And that is also another goal I should set for myself for the remainder of this year or next year, is where I just practice drawing more masculine characters so I can get better at it and become more comfortable with it, and so I could have more fun with it, because honestly I only have like one masculine character that I rarely ever draw, and I'm just not confident in my ability to draw them and to capture like their essence. And so most of the time I decline commissions that have a masculine character because I'm too afraid of drawing them badly. But yeah, hopefully in the future I will get better at that. So around this time while I was drawing, I failed to realize that my phone actually reached the maximum recording limit on a video and it stopped recording. And so I don't have the footage for like the last part of the lining process and the early beginnings of the coloring process, and I apologize for that, but at least this means that there will be more parts in the video that can be slowed down to real time. So this part is actually my overpainting step, where I just start literally overpainting on a layer that is above everything. And this is honestly my most favorite part of the process because I could just go and do anything I want, like literally anything. And there was a time where I was so afraid of doing this. I don't remember when I really started to do it, but it just changed everything for me, and now I can't go and draw something without doing this. But yeah, mainly what I do in this section is just I go over the lines and I try to kind of make them less obvious to create a painterly style so that the entire piece just comes together. And there are certain parts that I fix, that I erase, that I just completely change sometimes. Before, I used to actually color my lines before moving on to this step just to make it a little easier on myself, but recently I actually decided that I kind of like the look of more black lines, or just more remnants of the black line art remaining within the piece still intact, and so I stopped really coloring my line art. I also just feel that it gives me more control over which line art stays and which goes. There's this thing that I do with the eyes and mostly everything, honestly, where I kind of outline the black areas with a more saturated kind of pinkish color. It depends on what the skin color of the character is, but yeah, you can see it right here when I do it for the eyelashes and eyeliner stuff. I don't know what about it just makes me like the look of it so much. Maybe I just think that it makes the eyes pop out a lot more. So I use the XPPEN 15.6, I think, and it's actually not a touchscreen, so that's why you never really see me using my fingers to zoom in or anything like that. I still use Control Z and my spacebar, even though the tablet does have buttons on the side and like a special dedicated button for like zooming in and out. I tried to use it, but I just don't like the feeling of my hand like resting on the tablet itself. I like my hand resting on a keyboard, and so I just keep my keyboard. And honestly, I don't have one of those kind of small keypad thingies dedicated for digital art, and I should probably get one. But honestly, I'm too lazy and I'm trying to save money, so I'm just gonna deal with my normal keyboard, kind of like slamming into my tablet sometimes. So I will be speeding things up once more right now just to save some video time. But this is the part where I go around and kind of around the dark areas where the line art is still present. I take that pinkish color and I just kind of outline the line art stuff. And I am working on the hair a bit here. I didn't shade it too much because this glam sheet or character sheet is meant to look a bit more on the sketchy side, so I didn't want to dedicate too much time on the hair. And honestly, I kind of did struggle on the shading of it because it's spiky hair and I'm not very good with spiky hair. And honestly, oh my god, I'm so proud of the way I shaded these legs and those curves. I just really loved how they turned out. As for the clothes too, I don't really shade the clothes that much either. I don't know when I started doing it, but there used to be a time where I used to dedicate so much time and really putting detail in every single piece of the art that I'm working on, but it just was so time consuming. And I learned to pick and choose the areas that I would put detail in. So I will be cutting out some of the overpainting process here because honestly, I don't want this video to be too long, but it is more of the same process when it comes to how I shade the face and how I shade the skin. I also just don't know what else to talk about, so I'm just gonna dip until the end of this video, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of it and that it's helping kind of get you in the zone, and it really does feel like we're drawing together because that's my goal. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So we are nearing the end of this video, and I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you enjoy my content, I am on Patreon and I release exclusive work in progress sketches and early access videos to speed paints and voiceovers and all that, and you'll have access to polls if I ever need opinions on stuff. And you can have access to all that just for the $1 tier. So if you want to support me and my art for very little, please consider doing that. Otherwise, if you don't want to spend any money, I understand. And honestly, subscribing and liking the video also supports me so much.